Hey DT,
Quit bothering me!
what did Roy say when he finally arrived in Smash?
What?
Why is there a clown car parked in my spot?
Oh.
The galaxy is full of unanswered questions.
None so important as who would win in a fight.
Join me, TJ,
And me, Dark TJ,
as we
take you
on a quest to discover the power inside Amiibo.
and settle in Smash which Nintendo All-Star reigns supreme.
This is Smash!
Supremacy!
Here's one for all our JRPG devotees.
Just think of all the hundreds of hours you're never getting back.
It's me, TJ.
And me, the secret warp whistle to the next level of awesome, Dark TJ.
Welcome to episode 26 of Smash Supremacy.
Today we try out a pair of fighters who both began their Amiibo journey to the West as GameStop exclusives.
Our favorite blade binding boy, Roy,
He's not my favorite boy. He's not even my favorite Roy for that matter. Anyway, he's facing off against the blonde beach bum Menudo master, Shulk.
I think you mean Menudo. Menudo is a traditional Mexican soup, or a really popular Puerto Rican boy band.
What do you know?
Honestly, when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles and Fire Emblem, not much. But fortunately for us, this episode's special guest is a black belt in the Menudo arts.
You just made that up. Joining the battle is Smash Bros. Brawler and Amiibo Baller, Oblivious Idiot.
Not anymore, DT. The idiot nickname is retired. Please welcome our buddy, Oblivious John.
How's it going today, Amiibo fans? The name is Jonathan, also known as Oblivious Idiot.
Told you.
Boy, what an episode to be featured in. Shulk versus Roy.
That's right.
They are two of my favorite characters in Smash Brothers. TJ, I'm truly honored to be on the show today. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome, John. We're truly honored to have you.
Yeah, that and neither of us knows Donkey Kong dung about Fire Emblem or Xenoblade, so we kinda needed you.
But before these sword-wielding swashbucklers clash into combat, let's showcase their special moves.
Show me your moves.
Roy might have been skipped over for Brawl, but our boy is back better than ever and ready to rain down his binding blade.
Red puts the fire in Fire Emblem with this little number.
He brings his blazing blade down with such might even he feels the burn.
Turns out Roy Boy secretly dreams of being a dancer.
If you time your button presses right, Roy can chain 4 hits together. The moves change if you press up or down during the attack.
Roy's Blazer Jumping Slash burns with all the fury of 1,000 lightweight single-breasted jackets.
And like his Fire Emblem fellows, Roy's down special is a counterattack.
Shulk bursts into battle with his sightseeing sword, the Menudo, a blade which grants its wielder the power to foresee the future.
Where Smash is concerned, the Menudo arts come in 5 different flavors that buff certain abilities at the expense of others. Jump increases height and airspeed, but lowers defense.
Speed allows Shulk to sprint around really fast, but nerfs just about everything else.
Shield bolsters defense and makes Shulk heavier, but seriously slows him down.
The Buster buff increases Shulk's attack power for the price of some diminished D, but who cares? Winners know the best defense is a good offense.
And finally, a Menudo technique developed specifically for Smash Bros, appropriately called Smash, which boosts Shulk's launching power while decreasing his attack and weight.
Up next is arguably the best move in the game. Backslash delivers a powerful attack that's actually more effective when you strike somebody from behind.
With Air Slash, Shulk performs a rising strike for a little lift, and it can also be followed with a mid-air attack.
Vision is pretty much your run-of-the-mill counterattack, except it involves considerably more blue light.
I fully expect Roy and Shulk to be a really close match. I definitely think Roy is the heavier hitter and can absorb more damage, so for Shulk to succeed, he'll have to pave his path to victory with methodical Menudo management. And I'm not confident the Amiibo can appropriately adapt under these conditions, so I'm predicting Roy for the win. Partly for the aforementioned reasons, but mostly because Roy's our boy! Roy's our boy!
Shut the Shulk up. I might throw shade at that blonde-haired beach bum, and deservedly so, but there's 2 areas where we see eye to eye. Number 1, if you got it, flaunt it. And number 2, Shulk's side special backslash actually encourages you to stab your enemy in the back. Now that's something I can get behind. My sword might not be able to see the future, but anyone can see Shulk is gonna wreck Roy.
You're the expert, John. Break it down for us.
Roy has very powerful close-range attacks. The closer to that hilt, the higher the damage and the greater the knockback. Putting a whole new meaning to the phrase keep your enemies closer, wouldn't you say?
I think Samus just uses that phrase as an excuse to get near me.
Focus, DT. Sorry, John. Go on.
Unfortunately, that also puts Roy at a big disadvantage since he's also a big target for combos if you're too reckless with him. But even still, combine his strength with his speed and a quick and powerful counter, he's definitely no character to sleep on when in a fight.
Oh, are you still talking? I think I might have dozed off there.
Don't mind him, John. What do you make of Shulk?
Shulk has an incredible attack range, one of the best in the game, and it more than makes up for a lack of a projectile. His Minato arts are extremely useful in any situation. He's like the Swiss Army knife of Smash Bros. I mean, jump, speed, shield, buster, and smash all have their own unique advantages and disadvantages. You just have to use them at the right time for the right purpose. All of that and combined with one of the best counters in the game, which has 2 variations? I think we have an obvious winner here, TJ. I stand with Team Shulk for this fight.
Let's power up the Amiibo.
And settle it in Smash.
This is the Monato's power!
3, 2, 1, go! Game! The winner is...
I've got a good rhythm going!
Shulk!
Back and forth, the battle waged all the way into the final bouts, neither fighter emerging as the obvious frontrunner.
But when the dust settled, it was Shulk standing victorious.
And what a hard-earned win it was. Out of 50 fights, Shulk took 29 for a total of 58%, including 1 flawless victory.
Shulk discovered that jumping speed and smash had little advantage against Roy, but when set to Buster, Shulk really shook things up.
Not to be outdone, Roy answered back with 2 flawless victories of his own. A rare feat here in the Amiibo arena, but it wasn't enough to topple the Monato's power.
Just like you aren't enough to topple my power, even though you put up the wrong scoreboard last time.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Don't let it happen again, especially when I'm winning.
Let's see who the people at home picked.
62% of you are living in some Fire Emblem fantasy land where you actually thought DLC doofus Roy would win.
And the other 38% saw Shulk showing up again in round 2.
Move over, Roy. Guess you're not our boy after all. It's okay. Smash came packed with a spare.
It's been great getting to know you, John, and thanks for coming on the show. You got some links to help our players at home track you down on social media?
Or any projects you want to shamelessly plug?
Well, if you guys would like to find me, I'm right here on YouTube as Oblivious Idiot. Yes, that's a B and not a V. That was a mistake I made a long time back, but I just ran with it ever since. You can also find me on Twitter at Oblivious_John. And while I may not have any projects of my own, my good friend Fang Himura over at DeviantArt does some amazing custom amiibo paintings and mods for me. Take for example my custom Dunban and Melia colored Shulk amiibos I showed off over at Custom Conquest. They were both repainted from top to bottom by her, and she also did the rock and grass effects on them.
Yeah, those look awesome!
Before I go, I'd just like to say, TJ, keep doing what you do. And make sure to beat DT and me v me, alright?
You bet!
Whoa, wait one Majora's Mask minute. There's only gonna be one winner of me v me, and that's me.
As for you, DT, stay awesome. After all, every great hero needs their maniacal evil villain to strive to beat.
Well, I am pretty awesome.
Again, thank you guys so much for having me on today. I'll see you all in the comment section. Peace out.
A pleasure having you, John. Catch you later.
Combat comment time.
This episode's combat question comes from Shadow Gang Gaming, who asks, DT, who's your favorite villain?
You pose an intriguing question, my young Shadowy. I could take the classic route and go for a big baddie like Bowser, or maybe the great Ganondorf. So many dark inspirations, but if pressed to pick just one, I'd have to base my selection on pure awesomeness, which leaves only one choice: me.
Speaking of me, hope to see you all back here again next time when the Me Brawler goes fist to foil with the Me Sword Fighter.
And before you ask, generic Amiibo appearance and default movesets.
See you next time. Thanks for playing.
Dark side out.
So the Mii fighters seem to be stirring up quite a bit of controversy over on the competitive scene with respect to their custom moves. What do you think, DT?
If you're gonna ban Mii custom moves, you might as well ban the Miis altogether. 1111 might be the default version, but only an idiot would suggest it's the definitive version. Plus, the game lets you choose Mii fighters with any move configuration, even when custom characters are disabled. So they were obviously intended to be an exception.
I know it doesn't happen often, but this is one of those rare occasions where we totally agree. I mean, the default Mii moves are completely arbitrary and could just have easily been arranged in any other order. Personally, I would even take it one step further and say all characters should be allowed to use custom moves.
Now you're spouting crazy talk.
No, hear me out. Custom moves are more of a gift to competitive players than any other potential application. It individualizes the characters to suit the style of the player, it keeps the game fresh, and the limitless combinations will create an environment where new discoveries are being made by the world's best on a regular basis for years to come. It would add so many variables to the tier list that an absolute ranking might even be impossible.
Oh yeah, wise guy? What happens when some super character custom combination breaks the game a la Meta Knight and Brawl?
That's the other reason why I think it would totally work. Smash Bros. For Wii U is the first version that supports patches. Most people agree the game is pretty well balanced, but as has already happened a number of times, if for some reason pro players find a legitimate problem, Nintendo has the tools to fix it.
Never gonna happen.
Why not?
Cause people are crybabies.
Well, here's where our like-mindedness comes to an end. I see how hard the pro players train and how much they love the game. If there's anyone who can push the sport of competitive Smash to the next level, it's them.